Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Neurodiverse Wrestler Sus. I'm your host, John Arroyo, and we're going to be talking about Saturday night's main event in Atlanta. It was a okay PLE to say the least. I'm going to say that it wasn't good. NXT American Bash kind of ate it alive. I felt like they should have did Saturday night's main event first and then Great American Bash, but that's just my opinion because, boy, was it a okay pay-per-view? And I'm gonna break it down. Wasn't bad, it was just okay. It was some good things, but it was okay. First, we start off with Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre with Jellyville and Logan Paul by ringside, so you knew stuff was gonna happen. It was pretty good. Like, when they went back and forth, there was a lot of heat with Drew and Randy. And Drew hit some good moves. Randy hit his iconic DDT on the ropes. Randy put Drew through the announce table 3 times, like on top of it. It was getting good. Logan Paul tried to interfere, but Jellyville takes him out. And then Drew wants to fight Jellyville. Jellyville doesn't go in the ring. But Randy wins it with a surprise RKO. After the match, Jellyville walks out the ring. Logan Paul beats up Jellyville. Logan Paul beats up Randy Orton. Jellyville isn't happy. He pretty much like slams Paul. Paul runs away. And then out of nowhere, Drew hits a kick on Jellyville. Yes, Drew McIntyre hits a singer, a multi-Grammy singer. At least that's going in the bucket list for him. And we get announced that they're going to have a tag team match at SummerSlam. It was a good build. Overall, a pretty good match. And I'm going to give it I'm going to say 3 out of 5. It wasn't bad, but it was a pretty good way to start the show. And then, guys, we got something that's going to change Evolution later. I'm recording it tonight, but it's going to be published before Evolution. But, guys, so we had all the women from Evolution. So we have the woman that's going to be competing. And then Jade is, in the crowd. And then Naomi comes out of nowhere, whooping Jade like, you know how somebody beats up a pillow or a blanket? Like that. She's like really beating the hell out of her. They both fight. Naomi flies through the table. And then Nick Aldis says, okay, that's enough. You have a special guest referee for the No Bark Hall match. And then Bianca Belair comes out. Yes, Bianca's back. I thought Bianca was going to be involved in the match by helping or accidentally distracting somebody, but she's the special guest referee. Anything goes. So now it's more likely for the triple threat, or Bianca Belair can maybe help one of the girls. I want Bianca to turn heel and join Naomi's Bad Girl Club. I hope. And I cannot wait. Then we get Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso for the U.S. title. It was good. And I noticed, best gear of the night for me had to go to Jimmy Uso. He wore checker pattern. It was a new gear design. I liked it. But the match was good. A lot of dives on the outside. A ring apron battle. Super kicks galore. Jimmy hits a superplex, crossbody, a dive into a whole Solo's new crew. It was crazy. But Solo sneaks a sneaky roll. After Solo beats up Jimmy with his new crew, Jacob Fatu comes out, and then we have the newest member. I think his name is Tongo. One of the Tongas. The tallest Tonga, the 7-foot Tonga. And Jacob Fatu go at it. And it was pretty good. They went at it for like a little, but then Fatu was able to get the big 7-footer over the ring. And then he dives on both him and Solo to knock him out. And I cannot wait. I want to see where this goes. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. It was a pretty good match. It wasn't a big match, but it was good. And it kind of builds up SummerSlam. Then we get Seth Rollins and LA Knight. So LA Knight comes out wearing all green. Seth wears all black. It was kind of like contrast in colors. There was color war, but it also turned into a physical war. So LA Knight jumps off the announce table early because they brawl in and out the ring. Seth comes back with a bear hug with legs, a frog splash, then a buckle bomb. But Seth injures his leg when he's hidden a flip into a crossbody. But LA Knight moves out the way. They have referees and stuff check on him, medical. We don't know if it's a part of the story or not. But after LA Knight hits his finisher real quick, like literally Seth gets up, he try to punch, LA Knight hits the finisher, and that's it. And then we don't see Seth. They just take him straight to the back. So hopefully Seth is okay. Hopefully it doesn't mess up SummerSlam plans, because Seth is supposed to be the main focal point of the SummerSlam story when it comes to either title, because he can win either title with the Money in the Bank, and it's more likely he was going to cash in. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but I'm going to give it a 3.5. I think it was going to be more to the match. I think the match just ended early because Seth got injured, and hopefully that means he's not that injured. It's just that he maybe sprained his leg. He could still be on TV, but not wrestle for a couple weeks, But hopefully everything is fine. Then we got the main event. And was it I'm going to say nicely, a disappointment. I'm not going to use no cuss words. A disappointment. You know what? No, it was a complete and utter worst match of the year, worst storyline of the year. It was just bad. It was just so bad. It was a waste of 10 minutes. Yes, the match was 10 minutes. So let me break it down. Goldberg's final match in WWE. Sadly, showed up. Gunther dominated early. Heavy strikes. Goldberg tries. His legs just give out. He spears a referee. Gunther fights Goldberg's son on the outside, arguing. Back in the ring, Goldberg hits a spear, but a referee comes out. Gunther kicks out, beats the hell out of him, and put him in a sleeper hold for the win. The crowd was chanting. That was a good thing, but it felt flat, and I don't know why it was the main event. They should have had that as the first match or the third match and end it with LA Knight or Randy and Drew. I get it was his goodbye match. I'm not saying that Goldberg is a bad wrestler, but it just shows that it was time for him to retire. And this wasn't he should have retired a while ago. And this is the way that he retired. Not the best send off at all. That's in my books for worst match of the year, right next to Victoria Crawford and Indy Hartwell. We have somehow two bad matches in the same week. I'm kind of scared about that. But I always do this. So at the end of pay-per-views, I give out small awards or who I think. So best gear goes to Jimmy Uso, really changing up his gear. Best match, LA Knight and Seth. Even though I don't think it was finished. It's kind of rushed because Seth kind of got injured. I felt like it was building up to something. MVP was Jimmy Uso. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And we have to see how everything plays out on Raw, if Seth is okay, and where this goes. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys soon.